Okay, well, I'm on this Honda Civic 2007, I think 17, 15, 17, somewhere around there, close enough. So this is one of the compressors, and this is where the valve body is for controlling the displacement. Where my finger is down in this area right here. That C-clip comes out. This is your electrical connector that you have to get to put your test equipment on to drive the valve either fully open, fully closed, or partial, somewhere in between when you're testing. This is a variable compressor, and this does have a clutch on it. It's not clutchless. Unfortunately, somebody just released a new video, and he has a big channel, lots of followers, and he sells software and he sells equipment and tools for diagnosing. And he says his software can compensate for the variable displacement compressors, which is bullshit, completely bullshit. And on top of that, he also, I put in the comments that there are clutches that many compressors, and they've been going back to it, more clutches with variable displacement compressors, and he specifically states that there is no such thing. They're only clutchless compressors that are the breakaway style, which is also way far from the truth. And yeah, he removed my comment for, I said it really nicely. I just, put down in the comments that you cannot compensate for, like when you're filling with a can, by revving an engine on a variable compressor. You'll see it always try to maintain the same low pressure as long as you're in a range of refrigerant and high pressure. So while you're using one of those cans and you're trying to fill a system, the internals of the compressor will change at such it changes this displacement, and it's looking at a certain high pressure and low pressure, and it will keep changing it on you. And if you're one of the old school guys, go, well, I'm just going to rev up the engine and make it work more so I can get my high side up and my low side down, it will not do that. In fact, in many situations, it'll actually do the opposite. While you're sitting at idle, you will see your duct temperature go up by a few degrees, and you might see your low side pressure stay the same or actually go up. It's a really weird situation for guys who were old school and they think about compressors being fixed displacement and that change the pressures when you change the RPM. They do not do that. So this is just one of those many scenarios on many vehicles that are like that. And on top of that, you have a clutch face right here that spins. So here's a variable with a clutch face, and there's a lot of them. And actually, they were starting to go away and going into all clutchless, but many manufacturers have actually gone back to clutches on their variable displacement compressors. So that's it on that. I was just performing a recovery on this YF refrigerant, and I was doing the standing vacuum decay test, seeing if my vacuum goes up from having refrigerant stuck in the system after it's been about 10-15 minutes now, and I'm still in the micron range, so I'm good to go. Way beyond any of the EPA rules or any of the automotive machines could even possibly dream of doing. They cannot get this low and remove all the refrigerants like this can. And that's it. Just a little note: variable displacement compressor has a clutch, and no, you cannot rev up the engine to make the suction side go down and the high side go up while you're trying to fill with the cans. You will get the fill charge wrong if you're guessing and topping off. That's it. Alright guys, see you. And when this is all put together, that's not a friendly little clip to get to and take off and have to connect your tester up to. So they're not all nice to test if they go bad. See you guys. And too many compressors get replaced just because of this little electronic device right here. Nothing wrong with the compressor, just that device.